Hey guys, so today I wanted to make another background for my phone case. I made one like a couple months ago, but like 1 or 2 months ago. So this is my original one that I have, and then I'm just showing off my phone. This is a Samsung Z Flip, so it can fold. It's pretty cool. And I recently bought a clear case, so this is kind of expensive because it's an OtterBox case, and then I decided to put artwork in it, and this is what I actually drew because I added more detail to my art style. I decided to draw another Kirishima and Bakugou thing. Sorry if the lighting is too bright for the screen. It was like I was filming and I noticed it was like really bright when I was filming. So yeah. Um but it's just a sunny day. So I'm first coloring in Kirishima, and then I'll switch over to Bakugou. Basically, I'm just coloring in their skin like how I normally do. What inspired me to do this was literally because just a month ago I added more detail to my drawings. I tried my best to like keep improving more by adding more detail. And so this is me attempting to do that with this drawing. The only thing I have with this paper and like the pencil, it smudges very easily. So I was trying to be careful with the little details so that way it wouldn't smudge that easily when I was going over like the nostril, and like there's those angry wrinkles I put for Bakugou's eyes. Yeah. You'll notice sometimes I change like the way my camera is positioned. Like I just found a feature on my camera that you can like zoom in more, so you'll notice like halfway through I'll just be like it's gonna be zoomed in more. Right now, I did not find it. So, yeah, this is just like one of those cool features that I found that I was like, oh, this is better for a small drawing. And now I'm shading in Bakugou. Um, I made him angry as normal, like Angie. He's super Angie all the time, anyways. So I made him like that. I tried to give as much shading as I could for his neck, even though if it was a small picture, I wanted to do that. For the side profile, I had a difficulty with like the noses in terms of like how to get them the proper shape. I think I did well. The shading for the nose was kind of a bit weird for me because, to be honest, normally the characters I draw are facing forward, so the noses are kind of just flat, so the shading is easier for me to do, but this is just me learning how to shade that. And also the lips. Recently I noticed that when I draw side profiles, this is why I don't draw them a lot. When I try to do like a closed mouth expression, it just doesn't turn out the way that I want it to. So I always end up doing this thing where I'll try to make it an open expression, and also drawing the lips on it. I know a lot of people don't color in the lips for anime style, but I really wanted to do that. But overall, it kind of looked strange to me at first, but I think after I colored it, it looked fine. My camera also had a difficult time just like focusing on the drawing. It was like too small for it. So you'll notice this video in general, like when I was editing, it's kind of choppy, to be honest, because there was like way too much, like my camera was trying to zoom, like trying to focus, but because it's so small it couldn't at times, so it was kind of confused. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm like using the tablet. I need to play around more with the settings to find like the perfect fit for it to film. And now I am coloring in Kirishima's hair. I always really like his hair because it's red color, and that's my favorite color. To be honest, I tried to improve on Bakugou's hair because I feel like the other time that I drew his hair, it kind of felt too flat. So I wanted to give it like more dimension. by shading. I think that one I only use 2 colors to shade. Normally I only use like 1 color, so I meant 1 color to shade. So usually I only use 1 color to shade in the hair and the skin and stuff like that. But I recently changed it to 3 colors for the hair just because the hair needs more dimensions. So I ended up adding more shading. So you'll see. This is my second color for Kirishima's hair that I'm pulling out. So that's the second color. It's a darker shade of red. I tried to do like the tips of the hair, not all of the tips, but most of it, so that way it looks like there's like different depth to the strands of hair. And then I also use the second color for their eyebrows just because it's a darker color so you can see their eyebrows better. And then you'll notice I go to the third color, which is the second color for his shading for his hair. And this one is just to kind of go over and outline where I'm basically going to be outlining, and also like darken up the tips of the hair as well. So you'll see a small gradient. It's not that big because this drawing is so small, but yeah. And then for Bakugou, I'm using a skin color. It's the same skin color that I use for them. My trick is just to lightly brush, and then it will look like platinum blonde, but it's not actually platinum blonde that I'm using. It's just a trick I learned after coloring his hair so many times, after drawing Bakugou like a couple times. I noticed that's how I do it. So yeah, so you'll notice the eyebrow, even I did that for that. And then I go in with gray, and then I'm going to go in with like a second gray as well, which is darker, so that way there's more depth to his hair. I feel like I'm getting better at drawing his hair. It's kind of hard, like the spikiness, sometimes it looks super flat when I draw it, so I tried to like make it look as fluffy as possible. This is a smaller scale than I'm used to drawing, so excuse the fact that I'm not that good at drawing at this small scale to begin with, so this is one of those things. Yeah. If you want to see like my drawing process for the other one, I definitely have that in my drawings playlist as well. And yeah, I also colored in his tank top. I really didn't know what to give Kirishima. It's just cut off anyways. He might be wearing clothing. I'm not sure. It's undecided for me. But anyways, his hero suit he doesn't really wear a shirt for his hero suit anyways. So yeah. So I'm just at outlining. If you guys want to see the process of work for this drawing, I will definitely leave it in the description box below. All my social medias there, so you can like and follow those and constantly see and get notified for like process work that I do. I also drew his scar in. Sometimes people forget to draw his scar. I even read up that the creator himself of My Hero Academia sometimes forgets to do that because it's just a small detail. So sometimes in the show you don't see it, and other times it's shown like really well. I guess when he's focused more on Kirishima, it's like remembered that it's there, like he remembers to draw it. But like when it's not really Kirishima's time, I feel like he sometimes forgets, but that's okay. I just like his scar so much, so I want to add it in because it adds more personality to him. And yes, so now I am outlining Bakugou as well. I tried to do a little bit more detail for the eyes too. Like you'll notice I changed the shape of the bottom of the eyes that I normally do. And I added in the nostril. I know most people don't add in nostrils when it comes to anime, but I did that too. I just wanted detail in general. Bakugou's got like an NG expression in this one. So yeah, so that's basically it. And then I'm actually switching over. So this is me showing both artworks in comparison. This is the part where my camera, honestly, it kept like focusing and unfocusing. So sorry if that bothers you guys. Like I know it bothers me, like when the camera keeps trying to focus but it can't. So yeah, so this is me trying to get it on there. I completely forgot. I had to put on the case and then slip the phone through, and then I accidentally almost slipped it through the wrong way. So yeah. But yeah, basically the case is really tight on the phone, so I ended up having to like slide it in, which is better than just trying to rip it and pop it off. So yeah. So here is the case complete, the design for the case complete. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.